Okay, this would be for candidate 8. Is there a way to get Verizon to make the DSL lines they installed turn back on? Since installing FiOS, they have since disconnected the DSL and don't allow other companies to offer DSL, causing a monopoly in Wildemar.
Well, actually, the FiOS, I think, is superior to the DSL. And we were glad to get Verizon came out and put FiOS in our business park over there by the hospital early on, and in the High Point neighborhood over there, we've had FiOS for a number of years. I know they're going throughout the rest of Wildemar and now installing FiOS. I'm not sure why you want to go back to DSL, but the question of the monopoly issue, we don't control that. We don't control, the cable companies. That's the whole thing. You have monopolies with the waste management. We actually have 2 in Wildemar with cable, et cetera, et cetera. If there's somebody or a bunch of somebodies out there who have a concern about this, I would certainly urge you to contact me and give me more details, and I can, we can go to Verizon, or I'm willing to go to them, talk to them about it. But I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure I understand the why and wherefore of that. So, anybody who's out there has a concern, please contact me and give me more information.
Well, I live in the computer industry, and I can tell you the why. FiOS, if you like it and it's fast for you, it's great. If you're not a hungry user, if you're not using it to its capacity on a regular basis, it can be too much, and you might want to go back to your old copper DSL line. And yeah, what you'll find is Verizon, when they deploy FiOS in an area, they cut the copper lines. And the reason why they do that is so that they don't have competition. And this is sort of a loophole that the FCC allowed when they came out and basically said that you have to allow everybody on your copper lines, and you have to allow people into your building and allow them to run DSL through your Verizon phone lines, even though Verizon installed a line. So when Verizon deployed FiOS, they realized that they could get around that law by cutting the old lines. And they've done that. I live in an area where I don't have FiOS, so it's not in all of Wildemar, and I'd love to see it on my street. Of course, I'd love to have DSL too. I can't get that either, so I'm on a little wireless service, and this is my business. It makes it really tough. But yeah, and if we can go back to FiOS when we're renegotiating our contract with them, if that even come up, I'm not sure. Once they're in the area, I think they have it for a long time. It would be at that point where we can maybe ask for that, but it would definitely be something that this would be a national question, because getting the FCC to basically tell them to stop cutting those lines and allow that copper would be a tough job.
Well, it's something that definitely needs to be looked at. Very good question. I believe that it could be cost prohibitive to a family that is on a fixed income. They should have options. We might need to contact FiOS when our franchise, I don't know what our franchise thing is, but maybe the newspaper can look into that. Maybe there is a story there. I did actually speak with the woman who wrote that, I believe, same woman, or if it's more than one. We need to look at this. Every family should have an option that suits their needs.
Well, I was glad that Ben explained it so well, because I don't have FiOS, I don't have cable, so I know we do have those 2 options here. I too am on a little wireless repeater type thing from a satellite on a hill right near my house, so that's all I have. So there are some choices here. I don't know price-wise which one's a better choice. I also have a little, you can get the little hotspot that will run your computers in your house, 3 or 4 of those. So there are some options. We do have a franchise agreement with Verizon right now, and their representative is actually City Councilman Doug McAllister in Marietta. So maybe we'll pose that question to him. We do at least know who to talk to. So I can't give you a lot of answer on that.
To me, it's kind of like the phone system came out. They come in, Pac Bell built all the phones and all the lines and everything, and then everybody wants to be a service provider. but they didn't build the system. It's the same thing with Verizon, put all that money in digging those trenches and putting that stuff in. Yeah, they cut those lines, of course they did. They were their lines in the beginning, so that's going to be an issue. That was their lines. That is a business. That's not a public service. We don't have the rights to say, we need this in our town. It doesn't work that way. It's about profit, loss, everything. People, it's unbelievable. There are other options. I had the same exact wireless little thing on my house because I live close to her and we share the same tower. Hey, worked awesome. Fios came in my street and they said, hey, we'll put it in for free. Yeah, and I got that bill the first time. Yeah, it isn't so free after all. But you know what? But I have the option. And there's all kinds of options out there. So to force some company, which is not already in our spot, as a city council, we don't have the power to do that anyway. It's a PUC problem. The state's the problem. There are a lot of problems with those guys. But anyway, that you can't do. We can't just arbitrarily say, oh, now that you supply us water district, well, I want to buy from that guy over there, but you got to use his tubes to get it. Well, that isn't going to work either. So Verizon, I'm sorry, but there's nothing really we can do. We're just going to have to suck that one up and buy our own.
Well, I have to pretty much just agree with that. I've had DSL, I've had dial-up way back when. I had my own Cisco router for a while, and I have the Fios package now. Frankly, I love it, but I also think that it's terribly expensive and could be prohibitive to some people. I use it all day long, so for me, that's a good thing. There are other options besides the old copper line, and I really don't believe that we can do anything about Verizon cutting them. They want to sell Fios. They want to expand it. It's a big money maker for them.